Hello, welcome to another new month. And this month, or Leading with Integrity, we've got some great guests coming up. This week, I have former hospital and professional clown, Eddy Smits. We'll be talking about lessons in life, leadership, and the pursuit of happiness. And he's certainly got a unique perspective on all three of those, so worth a listen this week. Next week, we'll be Unlocking the Mind with Matt Sturgess, the mind locksmith. Interesting stuff there as well. The week after that, I'm talking leadership and introversion with Stacey Chazin. And the last week of the month, I'll be talking mental health, COVID and the pandemic, and martial arts with my final guest of the month, Mr. Raj Soren. So stay tuned now for a couple of quick previews of what's to look forward to this month, and I will see you in a couple of days for the first of those episodes. Bye. I have my coffee now.
And that's all about taking responsibility as a leader. That's very important. I think it's one of the most important things you can do. And by doing that, you get a lot of respect from people that you say, okay, this was my fault. This was okay. So now let's do something to reverse it. And again, if you don't do that, nothing will happen to reverse it. And same mistakes will be made again. And, with us clowns, when I started as a hospital clown, it was so different with all the other work. We had to try out certain things, and we were me and my colleague, we would talk about it. Oh, I tried that worked, and then he went in and it didn't work, and then I had something. Okay, why is he doesn't it works, and vice versa. And then I came to the conclusion, that's because he's another person than me. He's another sort of clown. So, but you have to still try to do things.
Once you're an introvert for life. And the way you show up as an introvert in the world can change. Being more comfortable, leaning outside of your introversion. And I will also say being more comfortable using your introversion. A big focus of my coaching in my practice is to help introverted individuals tap into their strengths. I use a framework called appreciative coaching, which is all about identifying the best of who you are, which is known as your positive core, all of your strengths, including those that are associated with your introversion, like being a strategic thinker. Introverts tend to be highly empathetic. We're very good at data analysis. We tend to be very good writers. Just a few examples. So I guide people to figure out how can you use those strengths to show up more powerfully at work.
I found when I sort of first got into leadership, partly because the way I was sort of brought up, you've got to find a solution yourself. Just get on with it. Don't think you're going to have to necessarily get it from someone else. You've got to find it for yourself. So it was normal for me to find solutions. So I thought when I was a leader, I had to come up with all the answers, tried my best to do that. Sometimes I was good at it, sometimes I wasn't. And then I realized actually I'm denying everybody else the possibility of doing that for me. And I'm denying everyone else the opportunity for me to demonstrate clear trust. I'm going to trust you to get on and do that. So that was quite a thing for me to let go.
But I think leadership is one of those things where it's not that simple. It is a journey. You can't just do a course and then be good at it forever. It's a constant process of learning all the time you're doing it.
Yes, the Japanese word we call is kaizen. And it's continuous learning, and that's featured in the book Black Belt Mindset for Life in Business. And you're so right, leadership is vitally important as a action piece for a weekly, monthly, and a yearly basis. It's a lifelong learning. I'm a TriQuest leadership and cultural coach, and we're always saying that organizations invite us to try and solve an issue, but sometimes they are the issue. They want a quick fix, think they want a course. Those business owners that recognize that you can't get the same results unless you change something,